there's just no pleasing the woke cancel culture mob, whatever you want to call them. I've been seeing trans cult a lot as well. There's no pleasing them. All right, so Hogwarts Legacy has been freaking back against the wall, labeled as transphobic for quite some time. People were calling J.K. Rowling a TERF. People were boycotting the game. People were telling people not to support Twitch at all. It's been a fucking clusterfuck of epic proportions, and there's no pleasing them. Yesterday it was revealed that there is actually a trans character in the game, right? So what's the big hubbub now? Like, what's there to complain about now? What is there to be upset about? Well, this ain't good enough, guys, and the goalpost always fucking moves, all right? So Hogwarts Legacy trans character comes under fire for awful name. So now we don't like their name. All right. And this article is going to talk about it and go in a little bit more in depth about what the issue is. But again, the problem here is that there's just no satisfying people. When you try to please the mob, the Twitter mob, the purple, pink colored hair mob people, you're not going to win. They're going to take an inch and then take a fucking mile. So continuing on, you can see right here, players have accused the name Sirona Ryan of being male-coded and transphobic. Now, the only thing I'm going to accuse the name of Sirona Ryan being is fucking trash. Did they run that through a fucking Star Wars Jedi name generator online and just came with that name? I think that name is bad. Nothing of that name screams transphobic or anything male-coded. It is kind of funny, though, that it's a trans character and the beginning of their name starts with the word sir. Sirona. So I will say that. That is kind of funny. But continuing on, let's take a look at this article. So this says, yesterday we were introduced to the first transgender person in the Harry Potter series. So it's the first one in the whole entire Harry Potter series, courtesy of Hogwarts Legacy. Unfortunately, she follows the same infamous naming convention of other characters in the franchise, with many in the trans community saying that her name is a transphobic dog whistle. Now, what does it matter if their name follows the same convention of other characters in the series? The series was around for what, like almost 2 decades at this point? Like why do you have to find something to be mad about? Oh, the naming convention. Oh, God. Fucking gag me with a spoon. Now, this says Sirona Ryan is a particularly unique name and not one that is going down well with the community at all. As soon as it was revealed, the name came under fire for being incredibly masculine, with some feeling that the first name starting with Sir was intentionally insulting. Oh, my God. See, it's funny. Like... Nobody would have thought of anything of that until they got triggered at the word of sir. That's like saying you can't say the word history anymore because it's his. You have to say their story. So instead of celebrating, Hispanic Heritage Month, it can't be his Hispanic. It has to be their Hispanic, or Black their story month. Like, you can't have his at all, or sir, or anything in the beginning of anything. You can't have any masculine reference, guys, with this fucking weird woke mob. Fucking unbelievable. Anyways, it says not long after she was revealed, Sirona quickly drew comparisons to some of the other awful names that have been used throughout the series. Perhaps the most infamous is Cho Chang, both which are surnames, with one being Korean and the other Chinese. Now we're playing race identity politics. Oh, that's racist. My God. With the name Sirona coming across as a transphobic insult and Ryan being a masculine first name, it's easy to see why many are citing this as yet another example of Harry Potter's lazy and insulting naming conventions, up there with Kingsley Shacklebolt and Anthony Goldstein. My God. Jesus Christ. Oh, man, guys, y'all need to go outside and touch grass for real if you think that name is transphobic. It's just a character's name. And honestly, it's hilarious that you guys are still raising up a stink after there's a trans character in the game. Like, build a bridge, cry me a river, and get over it. Now, this goes on to say it's not clear who came up with the name, and unlike the others we mentioned, we know that Rowling probably wasn't behind this one, having not worked on the game herself, which was presented as something of a selling point. We do, however, have Rowling to thank personally for Sirona's inclusion at all, as it was reported yesterday that she was only added to pivot the convo away from discussions of the author's prolific transphobia. So that's another thing that's being speculated. People are saying that this character was suddenly thrown into the game to shut people up. Guys, with a game this big, a big, huge AAA open world, like gigantic game this big, they're not going to just throw in a fucking trans character last minute, like days before the launch to please people. This character had to have been in the game for quite some time. And what's funny about it is, despite all this woke boycott, this cancel thing against it, calling it transphobic and things, the developers were quite silent about Sirona being in the game. Like, it's almost funny. Like, they just let the woke cancel culture mob hang themselves until it was revealed, hey, there's a trans person in the game. What were you guys all mad about? That's what's hilarious about it, is the one screaming for inclusion still don't like the inclusion. Now, continuing on, this says, as we can see now, that hasn't exactly gone according to plan. If anything, both her name and the alleged reason she was added to the game has started another discussion of transphobia, and how even without Rowling's involvement, her beliefs are difficult to separate from Harry Potter. And you can look at all these fucking memes of triggered ass people. Triggered ass people. So I have no idea what the fucking issue is. You know, you take, and then you receive something after all of your crying and the name of a character. Like what would you want? What would you want? Let's name, let's go ahead and let's find a generator. Trans character name generator. Let's see if there's one that comes up. Mega Man name. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Mega Man trans name generator. Let's just do this. Answer random ask questions, and let's see. A trans bot. Is that the same as a trans? I don't fucking know. Okay. This just shows you how stupid it is. Like to try to come up with a name that people would like. You know, is this for a Mega Man bot? And let's do Eric. Let's see what my trans bot name is. Crunch Dragon Kick. Is that better than Sirion? Whatever the fuck the name is. I just think it's all in all just a horrible fucking name. Like it's terrible. But I don't see anything transphobic about it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts, guys, about this fucking cancel culture mob that is just never happy.